Hello guys, today I want to show you how to compile your own kernel. This tutorial is for beginner system admins and also junior IT specialists, and for anybody who wants to learn how we compile a kernel on Linux systems. It will be an easy tutorial. I will show you just how we do it. Just some steps, some procedures. First of all, to start, I'm going to kernel.org website, and I will download this kernel version by clicking here. 3.16, because now I have on my machine 3.10 version. This is my current version, and I'm running on CentOS 7.7. So when you click here and you download the file, copy it to your virtual machine. So my compressed file is here under my downloads directory. I just upload it in my virtual machine's TMP directory here. And now I'm going to my server. I'm under TMP directory. First of all, to extract the content of this tarball, type following command. Which one? This one. This will remove the XZ extension. Then you will extract the content by this command, and it will create this directory. So let's go inside this directory, this folder. You will see a lot of files, a lot of drivers, firmwares, etc. We will use our existing kernel configuration, because dealing with configuration, it's really hard, and you must be a guru of Linux in order to write your own configuration from scratch. So that's why I suggest you to copy your existing kernel configuration with this command, and you will see .config file. This .config file's content is really hard to understand and really hard to deal with it. You have tons of lines. So that's why we are using our actual existing kernel. So then you need to install group install development tools. I have already installed it. You need also to install some additional packages like this one. So you install enclosure devel, bison, flex, elfutils, OpenSSL, devel. I have already installed them, so nothing to install. Then we can continue to build, to compile our kernel. So I'm using make menu config command. Make menu config command. It will open a new window with a blue screen. Then we will choose, this screen. We will choose our kernel drivers to add or to delete. That's, as you see, it's using our existing kernel configuration file that we already copied under our kernel directory. So to just test with you, what does it mean, a kernel driver? What it does? I will show you something. We will break something, to be honest. because normally in theory we know that kernel is a core of the operating system, and it interacts between your hardware and operating systems or your applications. But in the reality, what does it mean, interacting with hardware? So we will see this one. If you want to see just how we compile a kernel, just some steps and some funny terminal window, leave it as it is. Don't change anything here and just click on Save, Tab and Exit. But we want to modify something. So I'm going here to Network Support, networking options, and I will exclude TCP/IP networking. It means I won't install TCP/IP modules. It means I won't install, if you are more familiar with Windows, I won't install TCP/IP drivers. It's something like you bought a new hardware, a new, for example, graphic card, and you attach your graphic card in your computer, but you don't install appropriate drivers. So expected result is that we must be unable to use networking after booting with this into this kernel. So I am saving this file, configuration written to config file, and I'm leaving this menu. Okay. So we will do, normally we have to make this file, this config file, but it will take really some time. I mean, at least 1 hour. It depends on your server's configuration, also server hardware also. That's why here I add 4 CPU on my machine. I have 1 giga of memory, but I have 4 cores because I want to split workload on all my CPUs. Here, as you see, I have CPU 0, CPU 1, CPU 2, 3. I have 4 CPUs, and I want to split this this workload on my all existing CPUs. That's why I'm using make G option and 4 CPU. So it will start to build the configuration. Well, it will take some time. I mean, for my case, 20 minutes or 30 minutes. That's why I'm stopping this video, and we will continue when it's finished. And when it's finished, I will be back. After we complete this make config step, we need to install our modules. Make modules install. Yeah, it will also take some time. I don't know how much minutes it will take, but let's wait. I will suspend the video, and then I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, and let's do a final step. Make install will install the kernel, the kernel itself. After this command finish, we will modify our grub to bootloader configuration, and then make a new grub config. Then we will reboot the system and see what happened. It won't take so much time. This is actually creating under boot partition 3 configuration files such as initramfs, system map, and VM Linux files, which are needed to boot the system. We are still waiting a bit. By the way, I want to be sure that my network card is plugged. Network adapter connected, power on, and not. Okay. So it finished. Let's make the grub to make config with the option boot grub to grub.cfg. And okay, we are ready to boot the system, to reboot the system. I will do it from the console in order to show you the changes. Shutdown R. So we lost the connection, of course. Now we are, and now as you see here, we have a new kernel, 3.16. I'm booting into this kernel. As you see, some services are failed. And now I use my root account. So, as you remember, we disabled TCP/IP networking configuration. So let's check. Now we don't have any IP address, but if I want to bring up connection up my IP, my network interface card, then I have, as you see, a failed error message. IP configuration couldn't be resolved. Because why? Because we exclude TCP/IP networking drivers from our kernel. So exactly, kernel is like that. It's you have an hardware, but your hardware is not recognized by your operating system because there is no driver installed. To see your current kernel modules, you can do a grep inside proc kernel, proc modules, and also you can list them by lsmod command. And if you want to load a module, you can do mod prop. You can use modprobe command. Yeah, so that's all from my side for today. Thank you for watching and see you on other videos.